Alright everyone, welcome back to some more Deliver with Jake. Today I'm going to be giving you my 10 things that you must not do with Uber Eats and DoorDash. My 10 tips that you guys can follow and what you shouldn't do while you're out there driving. Alright, let's jump in to number one. Number one is you aren't good with time management. Time is how you make money in this industry, and with Uber Eats and DoorDash it is no different. You're being paid for your time, so it is essential that you guys choose the orders and the quests that you get given with the amount of kilometers and how much time it's going to take out of your day. If it's quick orders, say $5 to $10, going for less than 20 minutes, that's perfect, that's great, accept that. But if it's doing say 40 minutes and you're getting $10 or $15, doesn't seem worth it. So it's managing your time well, and you need to manage your time well. That's number one. Number two is you need to not do auto accepting quests. So you basically need to stop just accepting every single quest you get. You need to cherry pick them and pick ones that are worth your time, because honestly guys, time is money in this industry, and it is like every other thing. You need to cherry pick your orders so you're getting the most out of your hour, doing making the most amount of money and doing the shortest deliveries possible for the most amount of money. Next one for number three guys is definitely do not park, and it's common sense one, do not park in no parking zones and loading zones and stuff like that. Do not park there, even though it's close to the restaurant. I see all the time people parking close to the restaurant where you're not allowed to park, and it's just such a big risk that you're taking to these zones, parking there. It does you good when you do a little bit of walking. So even if you do park a little bit away from the restaurant, you can still get a park, especially when it's busy. You need to, even if it's a little bit of a walk, you've got to do it. Even though it is quicker and it is time management, as you guys said, definitely don't take the risk and park where you're not supposed to. Another thing you need to avoid while doing Uber, and this is tip number 4, is you need to make sure that there is, as soon as you see one bag ready, make sure the items are all in the bag. Make sure all the items, the customer's food, are all in the bag, guys. You've got the correct amount of bags. I see all the time that people just walk up, they see a bag, they grab it, they walk away, and that's not good, because what if the customer gets the wrong order? So you need to always check, double check, are the items all there, and checking to make sure all the items are there in the bag, so you don't get any complaints and your account doesn't get suspended or deactivated. You definitely do not want that. That is worst case scenario, but basically you don't want the customer putting in that you deliver to, putting in a complaint to Uber about you and about not getting their food, and it's not good. You do get the occasional case where someone will put in a report and it isn't true and you have delivered the food. That's why you should always, for tip number 5, take photos of your delivery, guys. As soon as you drop it off, take photos of it, because if you don't, and even better if you have the house number, and then you can prove. So if someone is claiming to get free food, they want to get free food, and they reported they haven't got it delivered, you can go and submit your evidence, and then they won't get a refund for their order, and basically they didn't get free food. So another thing you should avoid doing when you're doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, this is tip number 6 guys, is you need to avoid restaurants that are taking long wait times. You need to basically have some common sense on which restaurants are slow in your area, which ones are fast in your area. You need to know basically whether it's going to be busy or not, and the only way to know that is you do an order there and it takes a long wait time. You'll be like, oh, cancel it, go to the next one. And it's okay to cancel an order while you're there. If it's taking too long, just cancel it, move on to the next one. That's fine. That's great time management. That's very good of your time, and it is a good thing. So definitely avoid restaurants that take long wait times, guys. It's another common thing, but some people just skip over it. So another thing you need to avoid while delivering for Uber Eats, this is tip number 7, is that you need to be not shy. You need to walk up to the worker, guys, and announce that you have an order for DoorDash or Uber Eats and go in and say that, you know, you've got order for such and such, and make yourself present, because most of the time I see people, when I'm out there delivering, I go and do deliveries at a restaurant, say Grilled for example, and I see a lot of people just standing there waiting for the order, not announcing themselves, and there's people that are going up and showing their phone and showing, be like, hey, I've got an order for such and such for Uber, and then the restaurant knows that you're there waiting, and then they can be on top of it. Whether if you're just standing there, they're just gonna not, you know, you're gonna be waiting there longer, and then you're gonna want to cancel it, and that's not good. It just makes the whole process a little bit quicker when you go and show your phone, and you know, it gets the process rolling really quick as soon as you get in the restaurant. Don't just go like straight in their face, just say, hey, I've got an Uber or DoorDash for such and such, and they'll get onto it. And of course, number 8 is to avoid confrontation. You know, always have like sort of positive attitude going in, open mind, and even though you've had a slow day, you've had a bad day delivering, you haven't got many orders, or you've just had a shitty day, right? Maybe just try, you are working and you are in the public, so I think showing your face, being happy and open-minded and having a smile on the face is so much easier, and it makes the confrontation with the workers, with the customer, everything so much smoother, easy, and yeah, it makes it more simpler. Than it takes more time to be negative than it is being positive. Tip number 9 is, if you're not familiar with something, guys, don't do it. Aren't familiar with, you know, shopping and deliver. So say if I'm going to Coles or Woolworths and I'm picking up a delivery, shopping for the item, and I'm not sure about the product, always ask, always communicate with the people. Don't just assume things, like assume that they want this or assume they want that. Always communicate with the customer, with the restaurant about, you know, what I have to do. If you're unsure, always communicate. Tip number 9 is always communicate, guys. Another thing to avoid, tip number 10, my final one, is to avoid busy lines. If you know the restaurant is busy, guys, and there's a big line, do not accept the order, guys. And you know it's busy and you know it's peak time, don't do it. If there's a big line for delivery drivers, there's a big line for customers in the restaurant, do not accept it. Move on to the next one, because you're going to be waiting there for a while, and honestly there's always another order. So don't worry if you're worried about, you know, waiting too long. Don't even worry about it. Sometimes the DoorDash or Uber will actually reimburse you for the time you wait as well, but that's a rare occasion. Definitely if it's busy and it's peak time, and I know it's peak time, it's going to be busy, but basically if you can see that at the restaurant there's a big line waiting of delivery drivers, just move on to the next one, guys. There's always going to be another order, especially if it's peak time, busy time, there's always going to be another order, so don't even worry. And I hope you did enjoy my 10 tips to avoid while doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. I hope you did enjoy, and if you got any information and you got a more of an insight, consider liking and subscribing down below, guys, and comment your thoughts down below in the comment section and let me know. I don't know unless you tell me, guys, down in the comments. Definitely think about leaving a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of these tips, videos, stuff like that. And I hope you did enjoy the video. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And if you would like to sign up for Uber Eats yourselves, the link will be down below as well. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe, look after each other. See you all.